All right, y'all. The plot thickens with this Diddy case, man. So now somehow they got the Maui Police Chief named in the Diddy lawsuit, due to the lawsuit by Ashley Parham. So let's go ahead and get into this, man. I don't know how this ties into the Diddy case, but this case got all types of twists and turns to it. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's get into it.
Maui's police chief, a famous football player and a comedian, are among the high-profile men accused in a civil lawsuit of participating in or facilitating crimes alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs.
And the chief and others say it is not true, but now Maui's mayor is asking the police commission to place the chief on leave while this is investigated.
A nearly 90-page lawsuit accuses John Pelletier of serving as muscle for Sean Diddy Combs in California and Las Vegas, several years before Pelletier left Las Vegas to become Maui County Chief of Police. The same suit accuses NFL player Odell Beckham Jr. and a comedian known as Druski of rape. We asked the chief, county, police commission, and police union for a response. A Maui Police Department spokesperson says the chief has no connection to anyone in the suit. We are confident that the evidence will demonstrate these claims to be false and will expose those who are deliberately trying to manipulate the legal system to spread misleading narratives. The union declined to comment. We asked the plaintiff's attorney for additional comment too, without reply. Then, late Monday, the mayor's office forwarded us a letter he sent to the Maui Police Commission, calling for Pelletier to be placed on administrative leave pending further investigation. Mayor Richard Bisson says due process must be observed, but the existence of these allegations alone presents concerns regarding public trust, adding that putting the chief on leave and launching an independent investigation does not constitute a presumption of guilt, but ensures that he is not in a position that may compromise the integrity of the office while the matter is under review. We asked the chief's office for additional response to the mayor's move. Beckham Jr. said on his social media, "I really can't even believe that my name is mentioned in that matter. There is absolutely no truth to those allegations." Druski said on social media, "This allegation is a fabricated lie. I was broke living with my mom without any connections to the entertainment industry at the time of this allegation. So the inclusion of my name is truly outlandish." KHON2's legal analyst explains why high-profile people can be targeted by lawsuits.
It's not uncommon at all for high-profile people to be named, especially be named as a large group of defendants in this kind of lawsuit. And the reason why is because when you're sitting at a very high level in the government, whether you're the police chief or a mayor or the governor of a state, it's very easy to be targeted because then that potentially opens up the finances and the wallet.
The accusations date back to 2018 when Pelletier was still on the mainland with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. He is accused, among other things, of posing as a Contra Costa California sheriff in order to deter a woman from filing a rape charge.
I think the thing about high-profile people is that they do have a strong presence in terms of anybody being able to Google or determine whether or not somebody is actually in the vicinity and then of doing something because they were in that location. Again, we don't know. Maybe these specific allegations are true, but the best thing to do is to wait for the lawsuit to play out and find out whether they are true or completely false.
Other unnamed plaintiffs alleged Pelletier arrested them at gunpoint in Las Vegas under bogus warrant charges and restrained them in his home. They allege Pelletier kept a list of safe houses for parties. The lawsuit involving Pelletier is a civil matter. Combs' case is criminal, involving sex trafficking, plus numerous civil lawsuits.
There's a difference between a civil case, which is one person suing another person for money, versus a criminal case, which would be the government investigating somebody and then accusing that person of a crime for which they might end up doing prison time or have to pay a large fine to the government.
Now, in response to the mayor's call for the chief to be put on leave, his spokesperson says, "We stand by the statements released earlier today in which the chief strongly denies all of the allegations in this suit. His spokesperson says the baseless allegations not only hurt him, but show a lack of respect for victims of abuse.
This is crazy, y'all. This Diddy case is getting crazy. So not only that, they didn't name Jaguar Wright in this Diddy case as well. So Jaguar Wright now has been accused of partaking in Diddy sex trafficking operations in new lawsuit filed. She recently received an award from, y'all know she received the Freedom Award by Mike Flynn and Liz Crocken. So Jaguar name does appear on the Diddy's case by Ashley Parham, right along with people like Shane Pierce. I see Ruben Valdez. I don't even know who these people are. Of course, Odell Beckham Jr., Druski, Jacqueline Suzette Wright, aka Jaguar Wright. So the whole time, people been saying like, man, she ain't even been at the Diddy parties. But according to this Ashley Parham, she partaken in some things. It seemed like these lawsuits is bogus, especially with that Buzzbee character that took on over 200 cases and started that 1-800 line saying if you got touched by Diddy, call in. So it's like now it draws the line between who's the real victims and who's not. Like this is confusing, bro. And Jaguar's partaking this is the plaintiff were transported to a location of the plaintiff Parham's brutal assault on Lena Vista Drive by the defendant Jaguar and Helena. The defendant Helena was the driver and the defendant Jaguar was the passenger. Defendant Jaguar told plaintiff he wants something you have. If I were you, I'd figure it out really fast. Shit, that rhyme. What the hell? They got spitting raps and shit. Then he, the defendant, we're referring to is believed to be the defendant Diddy. What? Yo, this is crazy, bro. How the hell Jaguar name get wrapped up in a goddamn lawsuit with Diddy? Yo, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be honest. All this stuff seems real freaking bogus. It does. Like, it seems like they just throwing anybody name up in there. Are they doing this to try to, distract the people from something? Y'all let me know in the comments, man. What is they trying to keep us distracted from? That they got all these people named a part of this Diddy lawsuit, especially Why don't they throw Jaguar in there? In cahoots with Diddy after she been talking this stuff about Diddy for years. That don't make no sense. Could Jag be on some double agent type of thing out here? Y'all let me know in the comments. She on some double agent type of shit out here. But I wanted to hop into as well is this Jay-Z thing. Now, the Jane Doe that accused Jay-Z and Diddy of, rape in her when she was 13 years old, now got caught in a lie, but now it's on audio. You know what I mean? ABC did an interview and they retrieved the audio from an hour-long, recording of her saying that Buzzbee forced her to say those things about Jay-Z and forced her basically to file a lawsuit against him. So let's go ahead and get into this clip real quick.
Assault has already dropped her lawsuit. But now, for the first time, you're going to hear the story behind the bombshell accusation that has since been withdrawn. Jay-Z's lawyer says it should put to rest any doubt about his innocence. This morning, the woman who said she was 13 when Sean Jay-Z Carter and Sean Diddy Combs sexually assaulted her after the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards is heard talking to private investigators about her claim and agreeing that Jay-Z did not assault her.
But Jay-Z you're saying he was definitely there? But he had no part in it, or he was just...
He was there. He was just there, but he didn't have anything to do with any sexual acts towards you. It was strictly, yeah.
The woman is also heard saying her lawyer put her up to suing one of the world's most recognizable stars.
He was the one that kind of pushed me towards going forward with him.
With Jay-Z? Buzzbee did?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
No.
ABC News exclusively obtained a minute-long excerpt of the recording made days after the woman, identified as Jane Doe, permanently dropped her lawsuit against both Carter and Combs last month.
The people around Mr. Carter wanted to know what happened behind closed doors. And so they asked for her to be interviewed. The interview occurred, and the tape speaks for itself. She says, in no uncertain terms, Mr. Carter did not do this. It is effectively a lie. And the only reason Mr. Carter is even involved in this is because she was pushed to involve him, pushed to include him by a lawyer.
The accuser's lawyer, Tony Buzzbee, called it a blatant lie that he pushed Jane Doe to sue Jay-Z, and he sent us this recording of a phone call with his client.
They say that they have you on tape denying that Jay-Z assaulted you. Is that true?
No. They don't. I've never said that.
Okay. They also say that you told them, and they have it on tape, that I, Tony Buzzbee, told you to came up with this plan and told you to say that Jay-Z assaulted you so you would get more money.
No.
Jane Doe said in a court filing, although I ultimately chose not to pursue them, I stand by my claims. She says in a sworn declaration that she felt intimidated and terrified at being confronted by these two individuals on my doorstep. Was she coerced in any way?
Of course not. They did not coerce her, promise or threaten her in any way, shape, or form. She voluntarily met and spoke to them, and she told them her truth, which was, under no circumstances did Mr. Carter do this. And number two, the only reason he's even involved in this is she was pushed to introduce him by a lawyer.
Does your client know Jane Doe?
No.
Ever met her?
No, Mr. Carter doesn't know Jane Doe, never met Jane Doe. There's no truth to any of this.
Wanna box me in, but somehow I beat them charges like Rocky.
One of the world's best-selling artists with more than 140 million albums sold, Jay-Z is also husband to Beyonce and a father of 3.
Like we from Lagos, man, Samusa reincarnated. We on our levels.
He vehemently denied the allegations at the outset. He spoke about the painful impact that they had, especially on his kids. How as a father, has he tried to handle this?
It's tough to hear a false lie said about you, spread through the internet, and affecting your children. It's tough on him. It's tough on anybody. But what he does is he proves himself innocent. Today is hopefully the final chapter in that, and then they're going to move forward. That's what Jay does.
Jay-Z is now suing Jane Doe and her lawyer for defamation. Why not let it lie?
Sure.
The case is gone.
The truth had to fully come out. This person cannot be allowed to sort of hide from the reality that this was a false accusation.
While the accuser's lawsuit against Jay-Z and Sean Combs was dismissed, Combs still faces a number of other civil claims from other accusers, which he denies. And on Friday, guys, Combs is due in court to plead not guilty to a new indictment in his federal case. The woman who...
I'm going to be honest, it's all bogus, man. I'm going to be honest. I feel like it's a ploy to take these rich black men down. Not to say there's no victims in that industry, because we know how brutal that industry is. So we know there's definitely some victims, but accusing people of sex trafficking and all that, like, where's the evidence at? That's what we waiting on. Where's the evidence? Like, you can't convict a person based off word of mouth. We need hardcore evidence, you know what I'm saying, in order to get that's what's supposed to be in this country, right? And a person has a right to face the accuser.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightanddayrherbals.com.